What's going on, guys? It's Northwest Strings, and this is the first official video of my series of custom position-specific pockets. I'm going to start it off with my position, which is attack. So what you got here is a Lakota U with a sort of mid-low shifty pocket, which is pretty much, I figured out, in my opinion, it's ideal for feeding attackmen, just to have it low. So when you one-hand cradle, it sits about here when you one-hand cradle, and then when you put it in two hands it shifts up, and then when you shoot it's sitting right under this top shooter, and then it just rides off the three straights, because three straights is probably one of my favorite shooter setups, just because it's so smooth and provides a really smooth, accurate release. And this pocket is really channeled, really nicely channeled for X-Spec head. And this is pretty much my game stick. This is the stick I use most of the time when we're just shooting and messing around. It is Throne Mesh, really beaten in Throne Mesh. I've been using it for a long time. This is the first piece of Throne Mesh I ever got, I'm pretty sure. And it's still holding up well, it's still waterproof and everything. So a bit about this pocket: it is inspired by Ty Thompson's I6 pocket. And it's just really pretty much an all-around attackman's pocket. It has hold, pretty decent amount of whip, but not being, you know, too whippy to where pretty much anyone could pick up the stick and shoot with it. And what am I trying to say? The way I have the whip set up is it's a little thing that I figured out I could do when I was experimenting stringing, when I was like really just started stringing, and I still had my STX Deuce. I figured out you could string a pocket and have this thing, I call it trigger whip, which means your pocket can have whip, but you can have really smooth release. You can have no whip until you want it, and right when you snap your wrist you'll get really nice whip, and but only when you snap your wrist really hard you get the whip. So I kind of string all my pockets with what I call the trigger whip, which is what I just explained. It's really nice to have, and it's in this pocket. So like if I hang my hands back and the ball here, I'll show you this way, the ball shifts up under here. It's going to sit here, and then if I snap my wrist really hard, it's going to catch on this bottom shooter, and it's going to hold there. But if it's sitting, if it's still in two hands and I'm back to shoot, and I just shoot it normally, it'll just ride out. But if I really crank my wrists, it's going to snag on that shooter. I hope that really makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you guys, because it makes sense in my head. I just don't really know how to put it to words. And the performance speaks for itself. It's a really useful tool to have, especially if you're coming around the crease and you want to put it near side. Ball's not just going to slip out and go completely wide because it has no hold and no whip. Because I know that was one of the big things when I was a kid. I would try and put it near side, but my stick would have no whip at all and no hold, so it would just fly out. So that's one of the things that I tried to put into this pocket, is just a lot of hold, some decent whip, and an overall smooth release, while maintaining the attackman aspect of it and having it be really low and able to dodge well. So this is, for right now, I'm just going to call it the Custom A pocket because I don't really have a name for it. I will be stringing these for people. I don't really think I'm going to give out the patterns for these ones, just because I put a lot of work into putting these together. But I'm not too anal about giving out patterns. So if you want me to string one, contact me and we can work something out. My prices are not too insane, especially if you provide stuff for me to string it with. It's definitely going to be a lot cheaper, but still going to be pretty cheap if you don't have anything. I'm getting a big mesh order in soon, so look out for that. And this is the first of many position-specific pocket videos to come, so just check that, keep watching the series. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe.